Alright, guys, this is Multiversal Archivist coming at you with another video, and I'm sad to say we will not be watching Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar today. What are we watching instead, my good friend and buddy?
Why, Saltburn, of course. 2023's what we promised the
Absolutely.
last ep. We promised it the ep before. Finally doing it.
You'll be happy to know we're watching Rebel Moon, Child of Saltburn. No, it's Rebel Moon.
Sorry, everybody. This is like when you get socks for Christmas. Like
I almost did I tried to think of a Rebel Moon Christmas. Like it was the night after Rebel Moon Miss, and not a Snyder head was stirring. I tried to come up with an actual poem, but like I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry, guys. My poetry Christmas pun rhymes are not good.
Billy was shaking like a bowl full of dilly or whatever.
As the blood spurted from his neck. I hope he kind of shows up. I don't know if he. I like they rebuild him as a cyborg, and it's just cyborg Charlie Hunnam.
They brought back Ed Screen. Like they used the one cyborg point that you get in a movie to bring back the guy who already got his butt kicked.
Yeah, but just imagine if he came back as like as like a Darth Vader cyborg, and somebody did that to Charlie Hunnam and thought it was a good idea.
You know, it might be. I'm probably going to be wrong. But this will make things kind of fun. I am going to bet, and I don't know. I have not read any plot synopsis of this. I haven't seen the cast list, so I don't know who's back and who's not. I bet there's going to be a Charlie Hunnam cameo. He's either going to be in a dream, or a flashback, or maybe like a little Star Wars hologram.
I'm gonna bet flashback. We're gonna start right away because this movie is 2 hours, and I have to be at work at 8:15 in the morning. So, and I am an old man at this point. So, I will say also, just before we begin, this is 2 hours, which isn't so bad. Honestly, it probably makes it already better than part one, if it's less than the time of part one, which I'm pretty sure part one was like 3 hours, right?
Allegedly, this is the conclusion to the story. Like, we already set up all the characters. Now they're just gonna, I guess, train and then fight the invasion. So, and it's only 2 hours, so I have to imagine it'll at least be... We'll start kicking ass earlier.
Oh, with any luck. But yeah, we're gonna start right away.
Maybe Djimon Hounsou will do anything in this one.
But we are gonna, like I told my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Mr. David, we will be moving. Like, if I have to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna be eating. I'll mute a little bit, but like, yeah, we're past the first date. If you Snyder heads are still sticking around at this point,
I have just finished eating. For the fans at home who are wondering if David's gonna go hungry, he's not.
Yep,
just swallowed a taco, so I am.
I have 2 cereal bars and trail mix, so
if I have to pee even a little bit, it is suddenly going to just be Tanner talking to himself.
Yep, and it's the same for me. So we're going to start right away. This is on Netflix. Obviously, we're not watching the ad version. So I'm going to count us off. We're going to go on 1. So 3, 2, 1.
All right, ominous music is playing.
Would you think it'll be ancient lamentation music?
That is a Zack Snyder staple. Oh no, it's a rousing choral anthem. So Aquaman is probably coming, and
I don't know. It kind of sounds like ancient lamentation music.
And the Grand Electric. So we were talking about this when we discussed Late Night with the Devil, but it's always very funny when you watch movies nowadays. Just how many production companies you've never heard of like kick off the event.
Yeah. No, it was really. I was wondering what was going on with. Oh, is that who's Jimmy?
I think he's the robot played by Anthony Hopkins.
Oh.
So the first one, I forget who narrated the little intro, but this time we're getting I think it was him too. I think Jimmy narrates both of these.
Did he ever? I don't think he ever got the name Jimmy. This is lies.
You think so? I think he's talking to the blonde girl who says like, I'm gonna call you Jimmy.
Did she name him like a pet?
I think so, because he's like, his name's FN2187 or whatever, and she's like, I don't like that. I'm gonna call you Finn.
Good for him.
Now this all sounds like Tenacious D lyrics, like in the Colosseum of Chirax and the Darien Blood Axe.
Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny probably has the best intro of any movie. That music ballad at the beginning, that narration. Yep.
I think if that movie was the whole movie, it would be the greatest film ever made. It's still pretty good though. It peaks very early in my opinion. Much like Rebel Moon, because I'm already annoyed. These Nazis are bringing. We already saw this part in the last.
We already witnessed the resurrection. Why are we witnessing the resurrection again?
Yeah, where they're plugging the brain into the heart.
This is already. I was gonna talk to you about I was planning on ignoring the beginning of this movie and just talking to you about Zack Snyder's unhinged interviews about Watchmen, but I'm already drawn in for all the wrong reasons because this is annoying the crap out of me.
Yes, we're just watching the last scene of the last one is the first scene of this one, which is
don't you just love it when look, he looks like the Baron Harkonnen. Look at that.
He is Baron Harkonnen there, sitting in his goo.
Would it be amazing? I think this
is new material. I think this is new material.
But he just woke up. He wasn't goo last time. Remember? He literally just woke up. Why is he now goo in a cocoon?
Maybe this is like the first they gotta bring him to life, then they put him in the goo.
They stuck their fingers into his mouth like a doctor's office.
Yeah, man.
Why are we watching this dude resurrect again, man?
He's double resurrecting now because he just screams at the end, but now now he can talk on his own. So it's more like we're watching the recuperating process.
2 hours and Zack Snyder still has to do the same shit he did last movie.
I know this is taking a long time. She's on the veldt.
She's
arch enemy there.
Who is she?
Oh, the Scaregiver. Ooh, spooky.
Ooh, they said the name of the title in the movie.
She's Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scaregiver. That's her full name. Yeah, they've just got him webbed up like
Spider-Man.
Man.
He looks like bad cosplay of Ezekiel from Madame Web.
Oh, I still haven't seen it, so I don't know. I guess he's wearing like a Spider-Man costume in that one, right?
Sure.
He turns into like a goo man.
Wasn't this planet red last time we were here?
I think so, but maybe the seasons have changed.
Oh, so they have a red season and then a normal season?
Yeah.
Is it like Alaska?
An old man died in the last one, her mentor, but I guess she goes through a bunch of them because this guy seems all right.
This village looks nothing like it did last movie.
No, I guess they tore down the sets, I don't know, and had to rebuild them, because, yeah, you're right, it looks a little off.
Well, the planet was red last time.
Yes, so that already...
Why are you introducing...
I don't know, and Hugh Jackman there.
Well, at least you got Dario back.
Oh, they're going to the Longhorn Steakhouse,
I wonder if they'll talk about breeding again.
I hope we have more of that weird seed spreading dance they're always doing. Oh yeah, this guy was like one of the soldiers.
Oh, this guy that just disappeared halfway through the movie.
Yeah, now they've been like living together, I guess. Just hanging out.
What? Why do you have an ancient Sith holocron?
It does look like that Sith whatever, the Sith Wayfaring device from Rise of Skywalker. I like that the last movie in the Skywalker saga was a fetch quest.
Yeah, the movie made by
Yeah.
Reddit.
Yeah, written directed by Reddit.
Wait, what?
Oh, so
Wait,
he's
what?
so he's turned to the good side, but I think he's like faking. Like, yep, I'm definitely in charge, and we're oppressing those farmers.
But wait, what the? That makes no sense. Like, okay, hey, so they left to go get people. This
Yes.
is still fucking Bug's Life.
Yeah, the last leaf hasn't fallen yet.
How did you do that? How did you still make it Bug's Life? They killed the guy at the end of the last movie, and they blew up. Well, I guess they didn't blow up his ship, but they still killed the guy who was that would be like if Flick killed Hopper halfway
Which
through
he
the
does.
movie.
Feeds him to that bird.
Well, no, but halfway through the movie, and then the other mosquitoes were just like, "Hey, let's continue to oppress this village." You
Yeah.
cut off the head of the snake; it's supposed to die.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you remember, in Bug's Life, all of Hopper's goons fly off at the end.
Yeah, to
And
show
he's
how
the one
much
who's
cowards
around
and
to try to kill
bullies.
Flick.
Yeah.
But see, Bug's Life is like a movie with like a beginning, middle, and an end. Like it doesn't end with them plugging the Kevin Spacey grasshopper into like a tube to like bring him back to life. But I guess the difference is here, Dario 1 is part of a grander galactic empire, but he's not the head of it. It doesn't seem like that. King
Yeah, but
who looks
like you would
Karl
think
Marx-
they would have implied that in the other movie. Like in the other movie, it just seemed like they ran off to go find people to defend their village, and that they weren't doing like a ruse. Now there's a whole ruse that we didn't know about that wasn't even talked about in the last movie. That guy just disappeared off screen. You would think that it would have been set up in the other movie that he was
she's
playing
talking
for
about this
times.
now that she doesn't think that they're coming. It doesn't look like. Like, she's telling them, like, oh, we beat him up good, but now this kid's coming with the bad news. Like, no. They're coming after all. Now, I remember very little about the first one, or maybe I remember too much about it. But at the end, Dario 1 talks to the king with the big Karl Marx beard in his vision.
Yeah, his that's
So I
his
think,
daughter
yeah,
or
and
whatever. His
Yeah,
adopted
so I think
daughter.
that's what's going on. Like, first it was the, like, where's our food? That was what Dario 1's plan was, but I think now the Empire is like, no, we're going there either way.
All for
'cause we gotta
grain,
get the
dude.
Stargiver.
All for
Mhm.
grain.
Yeah. But now it's not just all for grain, it's for grain and her, because she is the caregiver, the scaregiver.
The Scaregiver? Is she a scarecrow? That would have been a much better
Ooh,
movie.
I'm the caregiver.
Oh, and imagine if it was like that Jason Statham Bee movie, but instead of bees being some weird thing about secret government agents, instead they were scarecrows. The top secret
Ooh.
scarecrow. You know.
Honestly, a John Wick ripoff called Scarecrow.
Yes, I know. Wouldn't that be awesome?
We just came up with a killer idea.
Yeah, nobody listening. Hey, we claim that movie. I got timestamps. I will sue you all.
Well, there is that Disney movie from the 60s that I've mentioned before where it's like Zorro, but he dresses up like a scarecrow. Like he's a highwayman type vigilante in colonial times, but his costume is he wears like a scarecrow getup. I'm glad to see the Spider Lady,
Yeah.
the lady who fought the Spider, and it was a Jedi clearly in the Star Wars version of this.
Oh, she's looking out like at that kid like, ooh, we're gonna have a backstory. We're gonna have a B plot. Just you wait.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll bond with that kid.
Yep.
Maybe eat him.
She's probably gonna sacrifice herself to save that kid at one point.
The grain is our most powerful weapon. They're gonna make bombs out of it or something. Because I think silos are very explosive. So I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, we're gonna do manure farms?
I think so. No, I'm kidding. I think he's just saying that like we can barter.
Oh, I was more interested in the explosion angle.
I mean, me too. I hope. I wish it was just them making like dirty bombs. To, like,
manure
lob-
bombs.
They're like lobbing Molotov cocktails at the spaceships. That would be pretty cool.
Zack Snyder's secret plan to get the Trump people on his side.
Maybe. See, this is all right. I like the windmill in the background. Sometimes Zack Snyder comes up with a shot that I enjoy.
Well, you know,
How are you?
I still quite like Watchmen, but you know, that's a whole other beast, since it's more or less a rip for rip of the comic.
Yeah, like I have a lot of issues with his movie of Watchmen, but I do agree that like since you're adapting Watchmen and he's doing it, pretty panel for panel, it can't be too bad.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
exactly.
probably one of his better ones. I like Dawn of the Dead. That's about the extent of it, more or less for me. I think we've relitigated this over and over about Zack Snyder, but look, Dario 2, I'm finding very boring in this movie, so I'm having a hard time like talking about what's on screen when he's around.
It was losing you. Oh, we're doing the romance. We're doing the romance that was not at all present in the last movie.
No, he had more chemistry with Charlie Hunnam there.
Oh, and they're like full on making out. Wait, when did this happen?
Yeah.
I thought they didn't.
They're in love now. They even had the sexy times we now see.
Oh man. I guess we're not going to have another sex scene to Hallelujah.
That's a tremendous waste that we're not bringing in Hallelujah again for the third time, because it also shows up in the end credits of the Zack Snyder Justice League. He really likes that song.
I'm kind of sad that we didn't get a sex scene. That's like one of the few reasons why teenage multiversal archivist watched Watchmen as much as he watched Watchmen.
Yeah, it had nudity or whatever. Yep. Now there is allegedly, remember he's doing an R-rated 3-hour cut of these movies, so maybe there will be some.
Oh right, it's supposed to have more sexy times too, if I remember correctly,
and more curse words and blood, which is good. That'll make this a good film. If it's the exact same movie but gorier, now I'll love it.
If the first movie was the same movie, but Charlie Hunnam and that girl were having sex like every single time they were in the ship, then I would watch that just to see Dario.
For you, it would go up a letter grade.
Dario 1 getting cucked does sound funny as shit.
I hope that's what happens in the extended cut, because otherwise, I don't even know why they're together now at this stage. I guess they've been hanging out for a while, so I guess
This movie wants so bad to be. This movie wants so bad to be Dune, like not even Star Wars or like. I mean, it also wants to be Warhammer, but these narrations are so Dune, but not Dune, and now we're getting like blonde-haired girls that are princesses and.
Yep, and the choral music, and this is more Dune-y, this like royal family.
Oh yeah,
than we usually get in Star Wars. Because like I guess Princess Leia's a princess, but since she's like Senator Organa's adopted daughter, is she a prince? I guess because Queen Amidala is what makes her a princess.
Well, no, because the Alderaan she's queen, she's Princess of Alderaan, not because she's known as a princess before they find out she's Padme's daughter. So like, I guess Alderaan just so happens to have a regency or a monarchy as well.
I guess, yeah, but again,
these guys look pretty cool.
Bail Organa, who's just a senator. These eyeball people are kind of cool.
What I'm saying is, I think Organa is a senator and also a member of royalty. I'm pretty sure
he is a king of some kind. Okay, that makes some sense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the royalty thing comes from him, not from. Because she's known as Princess Leia before they even find out that they're about their secret parents.
It's true.
When they do the kissing bit.
So I guess, maybe Mrs. Bail Organa is a queen or something.
Yeah, she just happened to get placed in the same adoption agency that got her another queenship. While Luke had to go do the same exact thing his father did, which was be...
Yeah, Luke had to go live in a dirt farm.
It's kind of funny that the mom and they have the exact... Wait, are we seeing a coupe? Wait, what is
I
going
think this
on?
is like the death of the Nice King,
I thought...
played by. Though he kind of sucks too. I remember, wasn't he also leading the Nazis at some point?
I don't know.
Also, this is Carrie Elways of The Princess Bride, who I'm always happy to see in a movie. Yeah, Karl Marx is like usurping the Nice King here. The beardo guy is like betraying him.
Yeah, but that girl died. That girl...
She died in another scene in the.
I know,
guess
didn't she? I'm not
I
misremembering,
thought
right?
she had a death scene. I thought she had a death scene in the last one. This blonde.
I remember
girl,
there was
but
a moment where she was in the snow healing a bird, but I don't remember if that's...
maybe. I don't know. Belisarius is like, do it, kill her. He's Emperor Palpatine. Do it. Oh no, laying on the guilt. Oh
You-
no, she shot her.
You died in another scene, didn't you? Am I...
I think she just resurrected a dead bird. But I was I don't know if I'm remembering right or wrong.
What a strange...
We really should have rewatched one.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been a good choice. Would have been doing a
Yeah.
back-to-back Rebel Moonathon.
4.5 hours of Rebel Moon, man.
I don't think either one of us would have survived with our sanity intact.
No, again, Seven Samurai is an hour shorter than this movie. And the first hour of that movie, they get the samurais together.
An hour shorter than both movies combined, right? Because isn't Seven Samurai 3 hours?
Yeah, I'm saying Seven Samurai is 3.5 hours. Rebel Moon 1 and 2, 4.5 hours. And in 1 hour less, Seven Samurai. The first hour they get the band together. The second hour they train, and then the last hour is just an action scene, like them fighting all the bandits. And we're out. You know, we're in and out. Like, I know it's a long movie.
Wait, so did she murder? He asked her to do it. I guess she's betraying, but I thought she just ran off on her own because she wasn't happy with what happened.
Yeah,
I feel like we're getting a whole other backstory to these people than what was implied.
What I got from the first one was she was a happy member of the Nazis.
She had a lover who died. She's very sad about it.
Got disgusted by the Nazis being jerks.
Yeah, and then she ran. That's what I got too.
Now we learn that she is the murderer of the pure of heart princess and her beautiful family.
Dude, I'm telling you.
He helped Karl Marx here take over, this bearded dude.
This dude does not know how to tell a cohesive story to save his life. Like...
No, because... Like, you'd think you would want this to be in the first movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Even them having sexy times should probably have been in the first movie, because, you know, get them to have a bond.
The only way to... You killed her! What do you mean honor her? You murderated her.
Yeah, but she needs to... She was like, I murdered her, I immediately felt bad, and now I need to honor her.
And then turncoat immediately afterwards, even though I should have turncoated like maybe 3 minutes ago. Yeah. I decided to do it immediately after committing the heinous crime.
That's like that Catholic thing of, you know, repenting on your deathbed or whatever.
Yeah,
and like, look,
like too little, too late.
I'm going to feel, but I assure you, I'm going to feel bad about it a minute later and repent. So, you know, you know I mean it.
That is crazy. I don't remember Rebel Moon, all that Rebel Moon Part 1 as amazingly as probably some of you guys at home do, but I am almost positive that none of that was implied in the other movie.
Oh, we're doing some lady singing like in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, talk about another 3-hour...
Oh, touching grain. Zack Snyder loves doing Terrence Malick-y kind of stuff. Like,
oh, that's a good question. This or the second Hobbit movie?
Ooh, that is... Okay, the second Hobbit movie. The second Hobbit movie has, Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug the Dragon.
Oh, that's probably already an instant win.
And there's 10 minutes in the middle of that movie, towards the end, where it's Martin Freeman Bilbo, like, we wearing the Ring of Invisibility, and Benedict Cumberbatch is, like, talking and, toying with him and trying to sniff him out. And that scene's really cool. So, like, that one scene, I think, puts the second Hobbit over the edge. Just barely.
Are we just...
For this one.
Are we just toiling the land? I guess they did say the grain was the most important thing. Well, he said the grain was the most important thing. Like, it was the thing that was going to win them the battle. But it's not going to be turned into bombs, which is kind of sad.
So his pitch was, the grain is how we're going to bargain with them. Like, they're not going to attack us if we have the grain because they want the grain. So don't even waste time, like, harvesting it. Just be like, look, we got it.
Or just have it ready to be set on fire. Like, that's what a better movie would do, would be like, this whole thing's rigged to burn. If you even fucking kill one of us, we're lighting the match.
You're not getting your grain.
Yeah, you're not getting your grain.
I don't know why these guys even, like, they can bring people back to life. I feel like they could just mass produce food. Like, but I guess it is because they're after her. Like, the grain is just a pretense?
I don't know, because now it doesn't seem like this dude's actually in control of anything, so maybe it is just for the grain. Maybe they're that hungry. Maybe it's just really fucking good grain. Like, people go like, yeah, that grain, that makes the best Burger King buns.
Yeah, Dario's just screaming. Oh, and he's wearing a toga. Like Animal House. Now he's like a Roman statesman.
There are protocols before he remains command. What? The king brought him back purposefully. Why does he need to...
Yeah. Now they're like, whoa, buddy, you're not in charge again yet for some reason. But I guess he took charge of his life. Unhook him. His little robe. He's a real frat boy.
This is such a... Again, this is so bad to have watched right before. Well, I should have pre-gamed with Dune, clearly, Dune Part 2, but this coming after Dune Part 2 really, like, this dude is no Austin Butler by any stretch of the imagination.
No, nor is he a Stellan Skarsgård, because it's kind of, like, look how much, compare it to how much grosser he looks in Dune when he's, has that weird, like, apparatus with all the tubes, and he's just barely able to stay, above the ground. It's much creepier and nastier, whereas here he's just, like, dressing like Julius Caesar, man. I don't know.
He looks very much like Julius Caesar, even with the haircut.
He's Julius Caesar with, like, a little bit of a Damien from The Omen haircut.
Oh, The Omen.
Oh, now we're slow. Okay.
Oh, look at all this sweaty. My favorite meme, all in his glory.
Slow-mo sweating.
Yeah.
While the lady's singing. Where's the robot, damn it? The last one promised me, look, the robot got nothing to do in the last one. But don't worry, he's the last shot of the movie, so,
Dude, this is some really, like, we are really graining it up, aren't we? We are doing shit with look at her, she's staring at this kid. I'm telling you, this is the kid she sacrifices for.
I feel like she's gonna, eat this kid is what I'm getting at.
Oh, you think she's just gonna eat the kid?
I think so. Like,
oh, look, now we're having a scene with the kid. Yep, I'm telling you, this kid.
He's gonna
tickle her.
Semantics. He's gonna put it up her nose. Ooh. Now we're in Days of Heaven. More Terrence Malick stuff. What is going on here? They are just like...
They're doing great shit. This is... We're working the fields. These are real workers.
And staring at each other. It's just like... There were 3 scenes in a row of them staring at each other.
And slow-mo grain harvesting.
One would have sufficed.
Look, I'm happy to see this guy getting more sexy, appeal, but like, how long are we gonna watch this dude do sexy shit?
Yeah, he slow-mo cut some grain, now he's slow-mo getting a little bit more water.
I guess you wanted him to be more active in this movie. You're getting your wish in a really weird way.
I think, didn't they mention he's a master strategist?
He was a gladiator. He was literally in a gladiator thing.
Yeah, like, we're not really getting the sense of them, putting all their different skills to work. They're all just harvesting. And where's Fabio in all this?
Is that him?
No, that's Dario.
Oh, yeah, the dude who rode the hippogriff.
Yeah, I feel like we're not getting a lot of shots.
Is he even here? Is that him in the back?
I don't know.
Did Fabio just disappear?
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice if he was with the horsies.
He lived, right? It was only the other dude who died, right? The dude who jumped on the ship and decided to 1v spear it?
Yeah, what's his name? Isn't he, he's Cyborg, right?
Dude, if you have the ability to talk to these people, why aren't you calling them and being like, we have your grain, we're holding it hostage. If you leave us alone, we'll give it to you. If not, we're just gonna burn it. Like, why is he not using this to negotiate on behalf of the villagers?
No, it's crazy because he's just a private, as I just learned from this dialogue. And in the last one, they killed all the rapey soldiers. So he's basically saying like, "Oh, don't worry, they're all okay. They're off, ordering the villagers around."
This is
I promise everything.
This is so freaking weird. Like, why? Like, they're having full-on polite conversations. Clearly, he's being a turncoat, but like, at the same time, why wouldn't you be like, "Hey, we got the fucking grain. If you leave us alone, we won't burn it."
Yeah. Because we're trying to stall for time, I think?
I guess, but they're coming anyways.
Yeah, they're coming in 5 days. I don't know how this is going to win them any more.
This is...
time.
Dude, this is...
And yeah, it looks like Dario 1 already knows that this is, a ruse. Like he just said, it looks like he chose a side.
Why are we... Dude, this is so much grain work. I just...
You know what a movie I want to watch right now? Witness.
Much better theme. Like,
yeah. And much better scene montage of Amish people, cutting grain and making a barn or whatever. And then Danny Glover getting drowned in all the grain at the end of that movie is terrifying. That should happen to Dario in this one.
Yeah, there is so much lady singing in this movie.
And so this lady was part of the same crew as the guy who sacrificed himself in the last one.
The guy who 1v speared a ship, yes.
Ray Cyborg there. But I guess she just stuck around. Yeah, I think Fabio is gone. Maybe he's only in the extended version. No, there he is, I think.
Is that might be him. I literally can't tell because his hair isn't down, and that was the only thing I remember about him.
Yeah, I think they got rid of his, Daniel Day-Lewis in Last of the Mohicans haircut.
Bear in mind, they have not done any training yet, and we are already...
Okay, that is Fabio. Alright.
30 minutes into this movie, and all we've watched is them make grain into flour.
Yep. They're all getting, Beanie Babies here, like these themed animal blankets. Which... pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, so she ended up being one of the 7 samurai. Good for her. I guess she took Charlie Hunnam's place.
Yeah. I so hope Cyborg Charlie Hunnam comes back. I don't bring the movie up to at least a C.
Like Darth Maul, he'll have
How
like
did she
robot
have
spider
time
legs.
to? They have been in the fields working grain. How did she make them each individual banners?
Yeah, that is like a pair of hands that could have been put to work picking more grain, which seems to be more important right now. Oh, you'll be in my heart. Where's the robot? Also, there's still 90 minutes of this movie left.
Oh. Wait till we come back for the extended sexy edition.
Ooh. A guardian wolf with bared teeth.
I'm so glad that we're having all this emotional stuff
Oh,
in
yeah.
between heavy grade harvesting the movie.
The emotional stuff is fine. Like, I understand you need a break at the end of the day, but those blankets had to have taken a while, and time is of the essence. You should not be wasting this much time. So, everyone's having a good time. Hugh Jackman there. We're all futter whacking.
No talk about planting seeds though.
Nope.
The village elder didn't tell us all how much we need to fuck, which is kind of sad.
Also, they just said squall when they were drinking, which I guess survived into the future.
Oh, you think maybe it's part of the Empire now?
Must be. It's like saying Opa in Star Wars. It would be weird. See, they kind of already had this scene yesterday on day one.
Well, didn't they already have a village feast? Oh, is he finally going to say, well, now your training begins? We need a montage, man, of training at the very least. Oh no, he's going to sing. He's going to sing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, John Noble eats them, them tomatoes.
Oh wait, he actually is singing. I was right.
Yeah. No, he's singing the song to John Noble while he eats his tomatoes.
I will never. I look at that face and I just see the meme.
Who?
I'll be on my deathbed and I'll be like, it'll be part of my eulogy. The priest will come up and it'll be like, Tanner was a fine man. And I'll have that. And you know what? If you're still alive, what you have to do is stand up and pull out your phone and lift it up and do the Who meme.
Yep. He's going to welcome you to the pearly gates. There's the robot, finally.
Oh, good. We're finally getting the robot.
I guess he's not invited to the party because he's got to stand guard outside.
I still want to know where he got the antlers from.
Didn't she? I know she made him a crown of flowers in the last one. Maybe she.
Did he kill somebody to get the antlers? Did he commit violence? Oh, look, he's going to stare at the stars.
He's like Hannibal. He's an evil deer. Well, that's pretty nice. That cool robot got to look at some stars. Uh-oh. He's bringing them all over. There is a similar scene in Seven Samurai, which is like a million times cooler.
I didn't get very far in Seven Samurai. But what I saw, I liked.
You gotta pick up. We gotta pick it up again.
Oh, yeah. No. I rented it, so I'm gonna...
You're gonna have to.
Yep, I gotta.
Or it's money down the drain. Oh no. Oh, are they gonna pretend to be the Nazis? Dress up as
Hey
them?
man, at the very least, that's a plot, right? Ambush.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. They're getting as much weapons as they possibly can. It's kind of crazy how little like the Rebel Moon crew is interacting with each other. They're all just like
Have
kind of
they
on
even
their
had a
own.
conversation with each other yet?
Yeah, it's very weird. They're like I was expecting like Fabio and Jaimon Hansu there to be having like some banter. Nemesis would have a cool dry line. Whoa. They got 4 days to do this. They should not have been harvesting.
I really think they should have just set it all to burn.
Nope.
Like, just doused it in gasoline and just been like, you do anything and we will set this whole freaking field on fire.
Would have been cool. Would have been kind of the equivalent of like holding a gun to someone's, like, don't do it, man, or I'll waste the crop. Alright, they're learning how to just hack at stuff. Doing a pretty good job. So, like, a lot of these farmers are just dressed like regular people, but some of them are, like, for, Little House on the Prairie. This guy's got
Are we
jeans.
doing? We're doing trench warfare too, huh?
That's crazy. Yeah, we're fighting in trenches like World War One. They're gonna shoot some mustard gas at old Dario there. Evil Dario. I should call. Yeah, there's bad Dario and good Dario. So I need to start making sure we know which Dario I'm referring to. So these horses, if I'm remembering from the last commentary, are regular, like they're real horses, but we're CGIing alien heads on top of them.
Sounds about right.
Looks real weird. And again, Jimmy didn't even come to say hi to anybody when they all arrived.
Oh man. And now Charlie Hunnam appears out of here. they cyborged him and they reprogrammed him.
Ooh, I would love it. No, they're just taking it for a little like test drive.
This is the drop ship they came in?
I guess?
Why didn't they?
Or maybe it's just some old. No, I think it might have been the dropship the bad guys came in
Yeah, but
in the first one.
maybe it doesn't have the ability to get deep into space. Because why wouldn't you have just taken that then to go do your Seven Samurai recruitment?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that's a very good point. Why not fly around in this thing?
Maybe it's just like a short-term ship thing.
No, I have got to stop checking for time because it is, I said we have 90 minutes left, and I checked again. We have 83 minutes to go.
You are setting yourself up for failure.
I'm gonna. Maybe it's gonna really pick up in the second half.
You
So far,
do you like?
I think I prefer part one, and I never thought I was gonna say it.
I thought just because this one was shorter, it would automatically get the win.
Yeah, I thought we'd kind of kick ass into gear.
That grain harvest really got to me. Like that was real, just like a mood killer. We're gonna have to defend this village against the Nazis, but first let's do a 30-minute farming montage.
Yeah, a montage of and the same characters like smiling at each other, and then it cuts to cut and grain, and then it cuts to the same characters smiling at each other again.
Oh my god, we're getting the backstory again. He was a gladiator in a fucking Coliseum last time.
No, now he's a Warhammer guy.
Dude, I didn't need to know more about his backstory. You put him in a Coliseum, you should have just had him fight in the Coliseum, show how badass he is, and then that'd be it.
But no, we gotta know that they forced him to shoot
Do you
people
ever, at
and-
any point, feel like the badass people in Dune, like you know how badass they are, right? By the time
Yeah.
they storm the Capitol, do you ever
It would
have to
be
get like some kind of backstory about Salazar?
or just show any kind of flashback, like we don't actually see. We don't cut to like Josh Brolin when he was in the Harkonnen fighting pits. Like we just hear him say he was,
Yeah,
and through the way he acts, you get what he went through. We don't have to like see it in an extended sequence.
yeah, like you know Salazar is a badass person just by what he does in the present. Like you don't need to go back and see young him being some kind of religious fanatic fighter.
Oh, you're calling Stilgar Salazar.
Yeah, I am
reference
calling
to the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. where
I
he's
figured it out
Salazar.
halfway, and I was like, you know what? That's a good joke, Tanner. You might as
No,
well keep that
I
going.
was a little slow on the draw, but I love it. Yeah, where I have a message for Jack Sparrow. I saw that trailer for that fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie where he's like, I have a message for Jack Sparrow. Can you send it to him, please? I saw that trailer before 20 movies. I memorized it by
Do you
the
remember
end.
when they did young age Jack Sparrow in that movie?
Vaguely, that movie.
There is
came in a-
there is a prologue part where they de-age Johnny Depp and make him a teenager. It is crazy.
So he looks like 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, it
era
looks like
Johnny-
21 Jump
Yep.
Street era.
That's weird, man.
Dude,
Now
I
I'm
just,
missing who these people are.
I don't even
kinda
know
like-
I don't even know who that woman is, but she's
I
part
like
of
this
this.
lady with the gas mask.
She's got to
Kinda
be.
cool.
She's the lady. I think she's the short-haired lady, the one who got her hair all buzzed off.
Oh, this is her before she.
Yeah, they're
So
doing
they're all just swapping their backstories.
which
I
you would
guess.
think they would have done on the ship in the first movie.
Or that you could have just made a 3-hour movie, and I would already know all this, and I would be done watching Rebel Moon.
Okay,
yeah,
so they got this guy back. Maybe Hanam's coming back.
Ray Cyborg. I forget his last. What's his last name?
I don't remember. I don't even remember who he is. I know he had a sister, right? Who you would think would be involved in this now because her brother died?
Did she die too? I forget.
No, remember they decided not to go. She decided not to go. She was in that weird.
Oh, you're right. She was like, "I'm staying here to
She's with the
fight the
squids.
good fight."
She's
Alright.
with that squid dude.
No, I'm trying to remember who's the actor. What's the actor's name?
Oh,
He
I
played
have no
Cyborg in the Zack Snyder Justice
Oh, you
League.
talking about Ray Fisher? That's Ray Fisher?
Ray Fisher? Yeah, that's Ray Fisher.
Oh, tell us about your kid. The kid we never heard about, even though the first time we met you.
Oh, right. She lost a kid. That's why she's looking happy at the new kid.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm remembering. I had
No,
forgotten
that wasn't implied in the first movie. I'm almost positive, even though her whole thing was saving kids from a spider lady.
She
I don't-
saves a kid. That's right. I thought she lost a kid. Yeah. I'm mixing.
But at
it
no
up.
point during that does she go like, "Oh, I remember what it was like to lose children." At least look, I might be misremembering. Maybe we were all heavily handed this last time, but like I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
Maybe if we stay really quiet for like 10 minutes, pay attention, we'll figure it out.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. I can't do it. I give up immediately. Oh shoot, this is kind of cool.
Wait, why is she cutting off her own arm?
She had never spilled blood before, so I spilled my own, I think is what she said. So she's like, I needed yeah, my pain became rage, so...
You cut your arms off to give yourself cyborg arms, but why did you have the cyborg arms in the first place?
Yeah. That I don't know. Oh, okay. The blood of her ancestors was in these ancient gauntlets, so these are like
this
her
ancestors. This is a whole other movie. What are we doing? Why are we watching a whole other? This is a whole other movie.
Yeah, this is a cool like Lady Snowblood samurai revenge movie, but in space. I'd watch that, and if it starred her and was 90 minutes.
Zack Snyder saw that PowerPoint, how everybody was mad at the PowerPoint presentation, and Batman v Superman is like, I'll do you one better. I'll give you like a really cool and interesting bout of backstory in a cutscene in a movie you don't want to be watching. Wait, you were a prince?
Oh, look, this is Harry Potter. This is like the Yule Ball, man.
He's even got a hippogriff. At no point in that other movie did it imply that he had some kind of mythical connection with hippogriffs. Why does he have another hippogriff, David?
Oh, these dudes with bowler hats are kind of cool. This aesthetic is totally different from every other part of this movie.
You know what this movie looks like? A cross between Harry Potter and Snow White and the Huntsman.
It's very Snow White and the Huntsman. Only with, like, they're wearing ties and it looks like industrial age because they got bowler hats.
Dude, I cannot believe. Why is every single one of these backstories 10 times more interesting than the actual movie we're watching? Look at that in the background. There are literally griffins attacking dropships and, like, a medieval steampunk. This is crazy.
This is the opening of Poor Things when she jumps off the thing.
Like, look how 10 times more interesting this looks.
Yeah, but we just need one shot. We're only going to get this one flashback.
This is I guess
he came from the hippogriff planet, so that's why he's good at talking to hippogriffs, to your point.
I am just like, I can't even right now. How are you going to show me Harry Potter, medieval, space, hippogriff war, and then cut me back to these people and their fucking grain?
Yeah, now it's back to day 3 of shooting scarecrows and pulling on fields of barley.
Is everybody done? Has everybody given us their backstory?
It's Cora's turn.
We've already seen her. I think this is the longest.
Oh, she's letting them know a little bit. She's opening up. Good for her. Talking is important.
Are you gonna tell them that you killed your princess?
No, I don't think she's quite ready for that.
Okay. I will never get over Hippogriff Planet. Just so we're clear.
Where everyone's so dapper and turn of the century.
Okay, if you know, just say it. Dude.
Oh, you think you should just out her? Should just be like, everyone, she killed the princess.
What do you...
What is that look he's giving?
What the fuck does that matter?
This is like when I have ingested an edible and I'm out in public and I'm just staring too long and I'm like really uncomfortable and scared to do anything. Like when I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of cereal bars, so I gotta go to 7-Eleven, but I'm
I can't believe they gave that dude a past history with hippogriffs.
You're still not over the hippogriffs.
I can't. I will not. I will be talking about that for the next. However, we've still got an hour.
I was trying to tell a cool story about being high to earn.
No, David. We have to. If you're lucky.
Just talk about hippogriffs.
If I didn't have work tomorrow, we would have paused and talked about hippogriffs for at least 30 minutes.
Oh, I miss Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam too.
I know he was evil, but
I wish that guy would dress like his.
I would have liked his tragic backstory. Maybe he's from a basilisk planet or something.
They just get it from. They just play clips of him, his King Arthur movie, and he's from the King Arthur planet, and they just play the clips from King Arthur.
That movie's so weird because it's kind of trippy, but really gray and black.
Have I ever told you I actually really like the Robin Hood movie? The Taron Egerton.
No, you do not.
I do. Yeah, I do. I like how he's kind of like Batman and.
Yeah, where there's even like a Two-Face at the end. Like his buddy comes back scarred and is out for revenge.
Yeah, I can't help because it's so fucking like of the modern times. Like it doesn't make any sense. It's barely a Robin Hood movie. He's doing weird like Batman shit, but he's also pretending to be Bruce Wayne, and he's
it's what if Robin Hood was pretending to be like a socialite while doing the Robin Hood stuff on the side.
It's so weird. Like I would never say it's a good movie, but it is an entertaining movie.
I'm kind of more into that Russell Crowe one, to be honest.
I've never seen the Russell Crowe one. Is it more of a movie?
A little bit, and it ends with Oscar Isaac as Prince John there saying, "I declare him to be an outlaw." He really yells it.
That is good. Wait, you have a waterfall cave? Just go hide in the waterfall cave.
You just wait for them to like much like Bug's Life. They hide, underground and wait for the grasshoppers to come grab the food.
Dude, the more I see of this, the more this doesn't make sense. Like, just leave the grain out. And everybody go to the cave.
Yeah. Learn to fish.
Or just hide in the cave until they leave.
I guess the idea is, like, they need the grain or they'll starve to death.
They were having a whole big feast.
That's true.
I don't know how much they needed the grain.
Hey.
Oh, look, it's the Dark Knight. This is just like John.
She's calling him James. And yes,
wait, you never met him before. Why are you calling him by...
Yeah, man.
Dude, why are they implying that these two had like some kind of back history? They've never talked.
I guess they bonded when he helped save the people from the rapey soldiers. Like,
did they even have a word? They didn't even talk to each other.
I think they exchanged a look. Like, it was kind of like, "Thanks, man, no problem," and then he like runs away.
She could relate, but technically she murdered that child.
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, man, I'm kind of part of that. I'm kind of why you're feeling sad." He's learned how to love again, or whatever.
And then I went and murdered Bambi's mom.
Yep. Then I ate Will Graham's liver. But this is totally the Batcave, by the way. Like, it is,
All we need is for the obelisk thing to rise out of the water, like
for Robin John Blake.
I saw a really weird. There was like an interview for Fallout, but there was an interview for the Fallout TV show, but it was also like, did John become Batman? And I was like, how do the two even correlate? Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt isn't in Fallout, as far as I know. and I didn't get
What
a
are they
chance.
just asking Walton? Are they just asking Walton Goggins like what he thinks about the end of The Dark Knight
Maybe,
Rises?
like I didn't get a chance to watch it because we had this, but I was like, what? I was so flabbergasted when I saw it. I was like, in what way do these two even correlate? It was so weird because it was literally an interview for Fallout, but it had the picture of John Blake rising out, the thing rising out of the water, and the title was literally did John Blake become Batman? And I was like, who are you asking?
Maybe he is in it. Maybe
No,
there
he's
is some
not. Joseph
JGL.
Gordon-Levitt is definitely not in Fallout. I would have texted you immediately.
They're just like, hey, Walton Goggins, do you think he becomes Robin at the end of that movie or Nightwing? He's like, I don't know. What does that have to do with Fall? Oh, wait, Jonathan Nolan created Fallout, the show,
Sure.
and I think didn't he co-write The Dark Knight Rises
Is that what it is?
with his brother Chris Nolan? That might be the connection, actually. So,
That at least makes partial sense.
all right, I'm gonna go with that till I hear otherwise, because otherwise it's very funny if they're just asking, like Kyle MacLachlan or whoever else is in that Fallout show to talk about Batman for some
Okay,
reason.
yes. Jonathan Nolan talks Fallout, The Dark Knight, Memento, Westworld,
Okay,
and Happy, Sad, Confused.
that makes more sense than them just quizzing uh the cast about Batman. This is a better outfit on him. This button up.
I'm totally paying attention, not sending you the video thumbnail that I saw. I was like, what? What is...
65 minutes to go. I'm sorry. This is not a very exciting commentary because I am just whining about how much of the movie is left, but it is. Oh, she's Furiosa. She's cutting that hair off. Or Starbuck in Battlestar Galactica.
Oh god, don't even.
That hair
Don't
off
even.
to show
Don't even
she's getting
invoke.
serious again.
How dare you invoke, good sir?
Our beloved Battlestar Galactica.
Yep. This is the way. Somebody told me something today, and I immediately was like, in the name of Colonel Ty, deadbolt that fracking door.
Oh no.
And nobody understood what I was talking about, but I did. That was all that I needed.
My name is Saul Ty. I'm an officer in the Colonial Fleet. Whatever else I am, whatever else that means, that's the man I want to be. And I burst into tears. Meanwhile, this lady's just staring as she's been doing the whole movie. She just looks at things.
At least she isn't looking at the kid anymore.
Yeah, she stopped bothering him. Oh, don't speak too soon. Feel like that kid's gonna pop up or something.
I'm telling you, if she doesn't sacrifice it for that kid, then what were we even doing?
She's wearing this like Vampire Hunter D get up.
She should have been the movie, man. Like, we said it last commentary, and now that I know her backstory, again, she should have been the movie.
Make her the main lady.
I know.
Just do that, and it's like 1-2 hour movie, and that's a much better movie. These like big old war machines. It's very Dune. It's also a little Starship Troopers. Now, who are these people? Did she like dress for the occasion?
This is a lot of people to get grain.
They're here for the grain, man. It's the most important resource for some reason. Oh, he's back, and he's a Nazi again.
Look at him being his bad. He doesn't have the femur anymore though.
No. He doesn't have his cool femur club. Hey, they got the same haircut now. She is dressed like Rogue One there. Ben
Did you hear that
Mendelsohn
that
there.
Patty Jenkins movie is supposedly back on?
Yeah, they're bringing back Rogue Squadron or whatever.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I'll believe any. I don't think there's ever going to be a Star Wars film in theaters again. I don't know. They quote me on that.
I don't know, that Ray movie that we're supposedly getting.
Yeah, and the Mando and Grogu one.
They're just talking? I guess they're okay with each other?
Yeah, he's kind of down that he has a scar from the Scar Giver herself. I feel like this one's going to end on a cliffhanger again because there's an hour left and they're not even fighting yet. I don't know. She's probably not going to beat the king until Rebel Moon 3, which we'll have to do a
Oh
commentary
my
for.
goodness. We gotta do a commentary on the super duper sexy extended cuts.
Oh yeah, we got to make sure we know all the differences and you can give it the is it sexy rating.
It would have to work really hard because we've had a run of Is It Sexy?
Look, I'm doing some chanting too, by which I mean going into the mic. I'm just
Look,
just talking.
we're so professional that at the very least we won't fall asleep like a certain other podcast people.
Oh, we're throwing shade on another Rebel Moon.
We did it first, just so we're
We did.
clear.
Just so everyone knows that we are not also Rans. We beat them to the punch, and we're not going to say the name, but
Nope.
you can figure it out.
We'll do it like Bizarro. Me me love movies.
Me love books, I guess, would be the opposite. So she's just stalling for time so they can come, like, start shooting, I think, is the idea. Man, he is down for chit-chatting. Yeah, we're all here ready to kick ass. These samurai outfits. That kid's just got a knife. He's got like a little Swiss Army knife is what he's fighting with.
Where the sickles at?
Yeah, I was promised they should be using their
sickles.
farm tools.
Yeah, that's what they
That would
said.
be way cooler. They should come out in tractors, just mowing them down. It's also very similar to the climax of Breaking Dawn Part 2, where they meet on the snowy battlefield and talk for 10 minutes.
It's kind of crazy. Don't you remember how they? Do you remember how they totally did the whole mock battle thing in Breaking Bad? Or not Breaking Bad. You know what I meant to say.
Breaking Dawn.
No, Breaking Dawn.
I was like,
I'm sure somebody's
battle in Breaking Bad when like Walt and Jesse charge at each other with their big armies. That would have been a cooler ending. But yes, I do remember how there was an entire battle that was all a dream in Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Blew my mind in the theaters. I was actually like jaw on the floor when that happened. Yeah, they're coming out of the ground. Oh,
This again is Dune.
they say as I yawn.
Oh god, we're slow mo. The slow mo is finally hitting.
Yep, now we're getting our boy Zack Snyder doing what he does best.
Oh man, I can't believe we took so long to get here.
I mean, 3.5 hours.
Yep.
This is the last hour. Is a fight. But she's not even going to confront the evil king because he doesn't appear to. I don't think he's here. Like, I think we're going to end it with that being the next one. Quote Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Oh, now you're really playing with rebel fire.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I don't want this to be a politics podcast. Like me messing with the Snyder fans is bad enough. Never mind bringing Joe Biden into this. Did you see Donald Trump's wacky Gettysburg speech?
No, I didn't.
He went on this weird rant about how Gettysburg is a beautiful field where you can look and watch.
That is hilarious. So
Yep,
I can't. My day job requires me to talk to a lot of people, and it requires me to be a real customer service person.
Right.
So generally speaking,
you're the Trump campaign supervisor.
yeah. Well, so I get a lot of people like me just because I know how to talk to people, and they'll always invite me to like they get too familiar with me too fast. So I've been invited to religious cults. I've been invited to weird sex stuff, all sorts of stuff, just because people are like, "Hey, you seem cool and nice, so why don't you come to this website after you get off work and learn about my
Eyes
thing?"
Wide Shut party. Jesus.
But I get a lot of people who are like, "Hey, let me tell you my political affiliations." Not too recently, I had a guy who was like, "Oh, the company you work for is so bad. The company you work for is so immoral. They're not hiring enough white people." Was his thing, which I found hilarious because I'm like, "Your dude, I'm not white, so you're talking to the wrong person." But he was just sitting there talking all about like how I should leave my job to go work for a more morally right company, and how
Ku Klux Klan, I guess.
and how the government and how like the election was so important and stuff, and I can't ever talk to these people the way I want to talk to them. But the whole entire time he was talking, I was just like, dude, you are barking up the wrong tree because I'm pretty sure I'm an anarchist. Like, I want to burn it all down to the ground. If you want Trump, Biden, it doesn't matter anymore for me. I think it's all fucked no matter what.
On this podcast, yeah. Burn it all down.
Yep.
Burn all the grain down.
Yep, burn all the grain down.
I mean, I'm pretty much with you, man. But you know, I
like not full because obviously.
Don't be saying that at work.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. But it always makes me laugh when they're like, "I really like you, so let me try and get you to become a Republican." And I'm just like, dude, you are so barking up the wrong tree. It's not even funny.
I'll tell you about QAnon or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Hugh Jackman with a big old musket.
These weapons at least look really good.
Pretty cool guns.
Yeah.
Oh, they were getting like a rolling around on the floor fight.
Oh, this is Dune again. When they jump on the
the ship as it's taking off.
Yeah, Drax's ship.
Yeah, and Drax is like freaking out. He's running scared from Timmy Chalamet.
I like how in that movie it's just 90% of Drax just being a total wimp.
Total coward. Just like he sees Timothy Chalamet and he's a professional wrestler sized dude. And he's like, oh no.
It's a ghost.
Exactly. He's jumping into Shaggy's arms like Scooby Doo. Oh no, Hugh Jackman's getting his butt kicked. The sex blade?
Yeah, sexy, getting sexy with it. This is exactly Dune Part 2.
It is. You fall tumble into the abyss or whatever.
I mean, I can't be too mad because I'm sure Zack Snyder did not see Dune Part 2 when he shot this scene, but still, it is Dune Part 2.
He was busy making Rebel Moon Part 2.
Oh, man.
What a blessed year 2024 is. We get 2 great Part 2s, Dune and Rebel Moon. My 2 favorite franchises.
I guess we should be glad at least that sci-fi is going strong.
I mentioned this in the first one that I'm talking a lot of crap about this Rebel Moon, but I like these kinds of movies where it's like Star Wars knockoff space opera stuff. I'm very in the can for. However, I think the first one was a better version of it because at least I was getting like the cantina scene. You know, I'm seeing aliens and stuff.
Well, and you're going to different planets and
exactly.
It's kind of moving fast too. The first one, like even though it's the longer of the ones, it kind of.
Yeah, and I'm sure I complained about the first one being boring because it is, but it is less boring to me than this one so far.
Is he trying to blow them up?
Or gas them, I guess.
I'm so confused. What are we doing?
I don't know. Also, like, some of these guys are Nazis, and some of them look like our boys in World War II. Like,
yeah.
You know, looks like he's a sailor.
Wait, are they faking? I guess they're faking
that they're running on fumes. Like,
I guess
is the gas be a distraction?
Are we Millennium Falconing this? I guess.
Perhaps.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I have no clue what's going on. Was this the plan?
I guess it was to let out a lot of smoke to make them think the ship's sputtering.
Are they gonna blow the ship up then? I guess. Well,
at least Djimon Hounsou's yelling, and that's pretty cool. Screaming about how we protect each other and show no mercy. Kicking open that door like gangs in New York.
I guess at least he's doing something in this movie.
That's just Tucker and Dale. I don't know. This guy is just a farmer. That guy's got a speaking of politics, I'm sure that dude has a truck with a Confederate flag painted on the.
I was just thinking that.
Just these farmers talking, you know, getting a. These are the farmers.
I'm so mad that this dude is shirtless when he could be in his Harry Potter hippogriff outfit.
His crazy ass Yule ball. Like, get up. Oh no, she lost one of her ancestors' robot arms.
Their gauntlet filled with fury and rage or whatever?
Yeah. Uh-oh, and, you know, Little House on the Prairie girl here is gonna get taken out. Oh, good.
Oh, he stabbed her. He stabbed those people.
Yeah, stabbed him good. She did too. So she swapped out her Vampire Hunter D for like this Elektra, like the Marvel Comics character. Kind of
very
like bandana.
Cryptea? What?
They must have captured the women and children. I thought all the women and children were fighting. I thought this was just like everybody involved.
I
didn't know we were like hiding the women and children somewhere. It seems like everybody was just.
I think we're very unaware of 90% of this plan at this point.
Yeah, we need to do a second comment. Next month will be Rebel Moon Part 2 again. So
Rebel Moon Part 2, Part 2. This time we pay attention.
No, there is that podcast, The Worst Idea Ever, where they just review Grown Ups 2 every week. And get, like, increasingly sick of it, which is pretty funny. We could do that, but for Rebel Moon, I guess.
But we'll never run out of content for Rebel Moon because Zack Snyder wants to make 6 million movies and a board game and a tabletop game and a video game.
Board game, video game. Then the extended versions of each of them. Oh, this guy suicide bombed himself.
What are we, some kind of suicide bomb?
Yeah, what are we, some kind of suicide?
That was a horrible joke, but I'm sorry.
He took out like 3 of them. That was not.
Also, they still have to live in this village afterwards.
Yeah, this village ain't gonna exist. Oh, okay. They're pretending to be. Okay. I'm putting it together.
But to what end? Are they gonna blow up the whole ship, or
probably they're gonna Speaking of, again, Star Wars Rogue One, they're gonna Rogue One it. They're not intending to leave.
Where's the rest of them, though?
I think it was just main lady and Dario.
Okay, where's Dario at?
I think he's that corpse. His pretend.
Okay, where's the lady at then?
I think she might be a second body that they're wheeling in.
There was one body so far.
Oh man, this guy with a big beard is not messing around.
Oh, what did we? Yep, the boy's in trouble.
Ooh, and that's when she snaps into action. Got him right in the throat. Now, Blade 1, he rips that guy's throat out and then throws the throat at another guy.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, he does. That is.
And then he says that some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Now that's a commentary trilogy.
Oh yeah, we got to go through that. Then we got to watch all 10 episodes of the Spike TV Blade the series.
Wait, what? There's a Spike TV Blade the series?
There was a Blade TV show on Spike TV.
Who did they get to play Blade? Was it anybody?
It wasn't Wesley Snipes, obviously.
No, obviously.
I kind of looked like him, but I don't remember.
It wasn't anybody big name then?
Might have been. Let me check.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing anything else important.
Yeah, I am now. This is the first. Now look, I actually have kind of a rule. I don't like taking my phone out during movies. But I'm making an exception. Oh, Sticky Fingers, the rapper, he played Blade. And it lasted 13 episodes.
I'm sure it was a thrilling piece of media from Spike TV, which I don't even think exists anymore.
Yeah, I think it might be done.
The only thing I know about Spike TV is I once watched an episode where they taught us how to counteract hot sauce. That's the only reason I know that water and beer is worse when you have like hot sauce. It makes it worse. The only reason I know that milk is the best thing for hot sauce is because of Spike TV. They used to do like a They used to do a series where it was like, we're gonna teach you facts that guys would want to know, real men facts,
like, dude facts for dudes or whatever. Yeah. They also would do those like scariest ways to die or something show. There was a lot of goofy stuff on that channel, including Blade the series.
I wonder if Deadliest Warrior, was that Spike TV first?
Might have been.
I love Deadliest Warriors. I actually have all the seasons on Amazon.
Oh wow, you just like binge and learn about like Blackbeard versus...
Dude, there's so many good ones, like the Pirate versus the Knight and the Al Capone fight.
Oh, who did Al Capone...
I can't remember off the top of my head. It's Al Capone versus, like, somebody else. Hang on. Because, again, we're not doing anything important. Spike.
Oh, is he done? Is Djimon Hounsou... He's jumping in slow motion. I feel like that might be the end of it.
I'm only looking at it in the corner of my eyes, so you tell me what happens.
He's kicking a guy in slow motion on my end.
Cool. I hope he's having a great time doing that.
Oh, these lasers look kind of cool. They're not as cool as like the Conquest arrows, but they do look neat.
Yeah, they had a Viking versus Samurai, Spartan versus Ninja, Pirate versus Knight, Yakuza versus the Mafia.
I complimented Rebel Moon and I got nothing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm on Deadliest Warriors right now. You gotta wait a second.
I said that the lasers looked kind of cool. They reminded me of the Conquest arrows.
Conquest, better movie.
Oh, I mean, undeniably.
Oh, you said okay.
Aw, they're
So
screaming though. That's kind of cool. They got a cool bromance moment.
what the hell? I just looked
That was
out of
one
the
of the
corner of my eyes and just see them screaming at each other.
They're triumphant, and then one of that kid they cut to looked like Newsies, the Disney movie.
All right, so it
Like,
was
these farmers are all over the place. But sorry, back to Deadliest War.
it was Jesse James versus Al Capone.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then there was a Alexander the Great versus Attila the Hun.
Mm, that makes sense. Did you know that before the Colin Farrell Alexander the Great, Martin Scorsese was going to make an Alexander the Great movie with DiCaprio, and the screenplay was by Mission Impossible's own Christopher McQuarrie.
Oh my! What might have take me to that universe?
It did not happen, though.
And I believe that more than I believe that DiCaprio was going to be Lex Luthor, Zack Snyder.
Oh yeah, and Tom Cruise was going to be Ozymandias and or Rorschach.
Okay, so she's the.
They're both there. They're two dead bodies.
They didn't go. They walked out with only one body.
I guess they were like, let's get this one in first, and they had the other one coming. Oh dang! Just shooting the medics. That's dirty. That's dirty.
I feel like Dario is so out of his depth at this point. Like,
yeah, Dario didn't even seem to have a tragic backstory when they were all telling their stories.
He's like totally spec-opping this with her when all I know of him is that he's a farmer.
Yeah. And he's wearing this like Doom, like the video game suit.
Maybe in the extended sexy cut, we'll get lots of like them on the ship being sexy with each other and her teaching him how to fight.
Yeah, fight in quotation marks.
Yeah,
they're doing something else.
Quote unquote fight.
It's like that scene in Aliens where he's sexily showing Sigourney Weaver how to shoot that gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, they have like these walking tank bug things. But then they're just in a house. I don't know, this farm just does not look very sci-fi. It's just a suburban house they're popping out.
I feel like I'd be much more into this if this had happened an hour ago. Like, yes, this is kind of cool, and I do like the sets, and I do like the look of it, and I do like the fight that we keep cutting back to, but like, the grain stuff at the beginning really drags this movie on. Yeah.
But again, like, it's also why this movie should have been one, like, 3.5 hour movie, tops. Like, would have been perfect. Not perfect. I still probably wouldn't have been very happy with this motion picture, but happier. Is she gonna see the king of the jerks? Because there's still over half an hour left. Is it really just gonna be she fights Bad Dario?
She's gotta fight Bad Dario again.
And the movie's over? Wow.
I think. I mean...
This is cool, but it does look like that GameStop ad where they're singing it such a perfect.
Power to the players.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you made that joke last time, dude.
I think I did.
Which I'm not complaining about. I just think it's funny that it looks like that again.
I think that's a sign that we probably, because, the last one we mentioned, like, 800 sci-fi movies. I think we've run out, because I'm now just repeating. Like, so, at least there's that he's not bringing in new things that I'm comparing to other movies.
What is this engine room? This is this is such a video game level.
Yeah, no, it looks like...
she's about to fight the Arbiter from Halo.
Yeah, this is, that...
What is that a head?
No.
Was that literally a head? It
looked like a weird baby head.
Is that ship engine the head of a baby?
I guess. And that lady with the cool raccoon eyes, she's doing some Metal Gear Solid, you know. Subterfuge. Oh, it's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Yeah.
No, I'm happy
I gotta
too.
say, Ray Fisher's buddy there, this lady, she's kind of my favorite character.
Why? What? Tell me something about her.
She looks cool, and she cut that guy's throat. And
Tell me
she used
one
to be-
thing. Tell me one thing
she-
about her tragic backstory, and I will give it to you.
She used to be a gas mask scientist until Ray Fisher.
I don't think she was a
something up.
scientist. I think she was just a miner. She was just cutting
Oh,
rock.
okay, I thought she had a lab coat on, but I might have hallucinated. Yeah, this is a face. It's like opening its eyes. This is like the weird baby head from Matrix Revolutions, or yeah, like the third Matrix movie. When he goes
Who
to
is
meet
this
with the
dude?
machine.
Is this dude evil Dario?
I don't know, but he's dead. Like she took care of him pretty quick.
Oh man,
He's just shooting.
Why is
people.
the ship a baby head? Why is she
don't know.
jumping into the pit? Oh, it's like a full-on coal mine in the bottom. See, like all of this, again, I'm not against the aesthetic and world that you're building here, Zack Snyder, but
No.
like, god damn, this should have been an hour ago.
It also should have been one movie. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
one
I'll
movie
never-
to that as well. Why is Dario so surprised by this? Also, if you blow up the ship above the village, wait, is that her name? Has that always been her name?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait, I finally have a chance to know her name, and I went by too fast. It was like Arletheus,
I think she was Cora.
but that's her like, name while she's in hiding. I think this is that was Arletheus is her like,
Oh, is her real and true name?
yeah, when she was the King's Guard or whatever.
Like how Magneto has a mutant name and a actual name.
Exactly, he's Eric Carl, the author of The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And then Magneto is his real name. I was watching First Class, and that scene in the Argentina bar where he's like stabbing him with that knife is like maybe the best scene in any X-Men movie.
Absolutely. First Class is not a bad movie. The only thing
Awesome movie.
I cannot forgive the Darwin thing. I really
That's terrible.
like.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
do you
that's
take the guy who's literally known to survive everything and kill him specifically?
have him be the first one to go? No,
Yeah.
that stinks.
No, I was watching this fantastic video. Did you know there's a mutant in X-Men who's literally unbeatable? She's like an alien. She's one of the alien people. She's like Akira the Unbeatable or something, and her mutant ability is that she literally can't lose. And she's like an Omega. She's an Omega style mutant.
Yeah, level mutant.
Yeah. So the thought process was, well, what would an unbeatable person do against an unkillable person, i.e., Darwin? Oh, it's such a good video because it was just like a big thought experiment on it. And obviously, it's
Ooh.
comic book, so it's like, it could be anything. But what ultimately they decided is that the unbeatable girl
Godzilla can beat Superman.
Yeah, right. But what they ultimately decided is because the girl is an Omega and Darwin's not an Omega, that somehow she would win it. But yeah, it was really interesting. I love Darwin so much. I think that's such a fascinating character, and it's really, really unfortunate that he finally came to live action movies and they kill him.
And was treated very poorly. Yeah, the best X-Men is Maggot. Do you know Maggot?
Which one's Maggot? What's Maggot up
He's
to?
a guy, or Grub, I forget his name. He has 2 metal maggots that live on his body, and they can eat metal, and that's how he eats through the maggots, and that's it. That's all he is.
To be fair,
they draw him cool because it was the 90s. He's got like sunglasses and a hoodie. And he just has 2 bugs on top of him, and that's his power. He has 2 bugs.
I love how A mutant can be something as simple as that, or as much as, oh, I can't be beat by anything. I literally win every contest I go into.
Or it's my power is now is it like just that she just has luck, like she'll always
No,
win
like
one-on-one?
if you challenge her to one-on-one combat, she will win for sure. If she's on the losing side of a battle, her powers will force her to go join the winning side. And like if you challenge her to just a contest like young Cable, because now Cable's young and hot, and Magic were challenging her to a contest where she had to guess what ball the cup was under, and she guessed it right every time. So it could be something as simple as that, or as big as like a battle to the death. But no matter what, she will always win. Though it's like Darwin, where she doesn't get to choose how she wins. Like if she really wanted to be on one side of a losing battle,
it just happens spontaneously or whatever.
well, and her powers would like force her to go join the winning side, even if she didn't want to join the winning side. Oh, the robot's back. The robot's doing something. Oh, the robot's Superman.
He's looking badass, and also not Dario. These guys had a beautiful moment where they're gonna die together or something.
Sure. I wish he was still in his Yule.
He's not in his character, the short-haired lady.
He's not in his Yule Ball outfit, so I've instantly written him out of the movie.
Yeah, and he's not riding a hippogriff yet.
Imagine if he came like Gondor request aid, and the Hippogriff Planet answers. Hippogriff Planet answers, and he just comes out of the sky with a bunch of hippogriffs.
Light the beacons for all the hippogriffs to come. This robot's going down, unfortunately. He's getting, like, shot left and right.
They really didn't get Anthony Hopkins for very long, did they?
If I complained about this is unrelated. Well, it's not unrelated because it just happened. I cannot stand in movies when, like, blood or dirt hits the camera. I think it's a very lame...
Oh, yeah. No, me too. The only thing I like it in is in found footage type movies, because then it makes sense.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and it adds a level of realism to it. But, you know...
Even in, like, Children of Men, which, like, might be the best movie ever made, there's, like, one shot where, like, the dirt or blood hits the camera, and I kind of roll my eyes. But the rest of that movie is so good. Almost as good as Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver. Whoa, Jimmy the Robot just slow-mo, like, jumped. Oh no, he's gonna have a big hole in him when they turn around, I think. Yeah. Oh no, he's okay. He made it.
Yeah, his eyes just flickered. Maybe that was his, like, one life activating. Maybe he's like a cat. Gets 9 of them.
Oh yeah, he gets 9. Yeah, 9 lives.
Yeah, it's based on his eyes. You lose an eye, you lose a life.
4 or 5 still alive, as Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, says.
Mm-hmm. See, again, this all looks not bad. Like, I love the design of everything. I just wish it was in a movie that was 10 times more interesting.
Oh yeah, with these, like, samurai dudes.
Yeah.
Like Kurosawa.
Think about Dune, man, and just how fascinating every, like, aspect of Dune is. And it also is a really good story, so, like, you're even further drawn into it.
Yeah, as opposed to this where I'm going like, oh yeah, that character didn't do anything until now. Oh, they were gone.
Yeah, exactly.
At least she's murking people. That's
like you can't just, and I guess this has always been Snyder's thing. You can't just rely on visuals. Like you can't.
No.
You just can't.
Honestly, I gotta say, this is kind of boring me. I think I've said it before, but every time I start, every time a fight scene starts, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. We're like flipping around and shooting, and it's kind of clear to look at.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, by the end of the action scene, I'm like, oh, geez, it's over finally. It really, this movie tuckers me out.
Well, it's just because,
Look.
like, it's not... it's just not interesting.
No. And we knew it. We knew this was gonna be I had some hope, but like
No, I absolutely.
we basically were like, we have to do this commentary.
Well, we should really.
We
We
did
should.
part one.
I don't know what your. I don't know what the rest of your. Well, what your going into week looks like, but we should really barb and star to even out.
That would feel nice.
Yeah.
Put us down for that. We'll bar and star or Saltburn. I think we should Saltburn. We're definitely gonna
Sure.
Saltburn.
We're definitely gonna Saltburn next time.
There's a lot of seeds in that movie. I think I may have made that joke last time too. Also, seed spreading in that.
Why did she need to wrap it? Was it because it was broken? I guess because it was broken.
I guess.
Dude, I can't believe we're gonna watch her fight this dude again.
Yeah, it's at the exact same time as the first one because there's like this is the climax, and Dario is just like on the intercom. I guess he's just her man in the chair, but with a gun. Oh no, he's coming out. Good. He's. Rousing choral anthem plays. Target acquired.
Here's my question: why didn't you do that 30 freaking minutes ago? Like, why did you wait to lock the village until the? I mean, I know it's bad guy, it's bad guy logic, but still. Did you just find the explosives? Oh my god, dude! This has got to be over soon. 25 minutes.
Hey, okay, you know what? Mainly because we were talking about anything else, they went by kind of quick. This interminable battle. Long live the fighters, man. That was just like when the nukes go off in Dune.
Yeah, I feel it, man.
Commentary. Has anyone died on the good guys' side yet?
I don't think so. I don't think any of the Magnificent Seven have died.
Nobody sacrificed themselves yet?
Now, I am curious, and you can not tell me if you feel it's too much of a spoiler, but I imagine some of the Seven Samurai die defending the village in Seven Samurai, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. No. Yeah. Like,
because everybody almost, I think everybody dies in Magnificent Seven, don't they? Or like only one person survives the end of that?
There's a couple that are left, but yeah, it's a pretty big massacre in that movie. As you'd expect, because this is supposed to be like a heroic last stand. So we like kill most of these people.
I really thought that the girl who was into the kid would die, and even she survived.
I guess there is still 24 minutes. Sorry, you checked and it was 25, and I'm so ready for this to be over.
I just can't believe we're getting this fight again, man.
And look, Zack Snyder heads, I apologize, because I know this isn't even going to be that fun to listen to, because it's just us whining about it, but like, look at what we have to work with.
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you this. Better or worse than Sucker Punch? Is it Sucker Punch?
I like Sucker Punch more than the...
Okay.
Sucker Punch is shorter. And, similar to how the first one has, like, the getting the band together, Sucker Punch, like, has different set pieces where it's like, oh, we're in medieval world, now we're in samurai world, now
this movie tried to do that, technically, with Hippogriff Planet.
But it's all just flashbacks. And the
dude, yeah,
in a farm. It's just a big fight on a farm. Also, again, these guys already fought.
And And I mean, this is kind of a cooler fight, but then you should have just done this fight.
This should have just been the fight at the end of the last one, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, this movie should have just been one movie.
Yep. He just said, come here. He pulled a, get over here.
The sad thing is, I will watch this movie, go eat, and go to bed. This will be the last piece of media I consume for the night. That's the real surreal victim of this commentary.
Go to bed and
oh, he's doing his Martha thing. He's doing Martha. Why did you say that name? Look at me.
Dave Mothra.
Did you see him say in an interview? He's like, I don't get why people got so controversial about that.
No.
Yeah, he said in an interview he doesn't get the controversy behind the Martha thing.
I mean, the controversy is just people thought it was dumb. Like, I don't know. Some people didn't like it, including me.
He made it sound like it was a big controversial talking point of that movie, and I'm like, dude, pretty sure the controversy is Batman killing people and Superman.
The controversy is he's branding people in that movie. Who's that white-haired lady?
Who are half of these people? Do you know a name of anybody do you even know the name of the main village girl?
I think Sam is the main village girl.
I think you might be right.
I could be making that up.
No, I think you actually might be right. You might have saw my bet and raised it. I was mainly
invested in her and Jimmy. I was hoping Jimmy would, like, rescue her or something, you know. But they didn't even have a moment together during the fight. Because she was the one who kind of gave him his soul back. And I feel like they should have at least had an interaction where he's like,
This is the Star Wars. This is the ending of Revenge of the Sith. Oh, this is the beginning of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, no, this is another happy landing, as Ewan McGregor says. After he, like, crashes into Coruscant and kills, like, a number of people, he just goes, like, another happy landing.
I'm pretty sure this planet is fucked. You really seem to be,
Yeah, there's not a lot left of this, like, farming.
They still had to live here, right?
That's what you'd think. You'd be like, hey, maybe let's leave some of this snot on fire. Oh no,
there's another building gone.
Oh Lord, bless this rocket house and all who dwell within the rocket house. Did they kill that guy, or is he coming back? Dario won. Bad Dario. Did he die?
I think he did. They shut a door on him. They shot him and then shut a door on him, so...
I hope it ends with him resurrecting a third
Maybe as a worm, like they couldn't find the bottom half of him, so they just stuck a worm on him.
Yeah, like Dune Book 4. He'll be a half worm man now. Yeah, I guess he got blown up. I can't believe that they just did the same ending, only he was beaten this time, I guess. Oh no, is Dario gonna go?
I guess Dario's our one sacrifice.
Oh man. The nice one, I guess.
Well, do you even remember his name? Besides Dario?
Oh boy. Daryl.
I don't think that's his name.
Dale.
But if it is, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Say his name. Come on, say his name. My name's Dave.
Please. Maybe his name's Please. She's saying please a lot. There's still like a zillion ships.
What do you mean? Are these good people?
Fleeing? Oh, there it is. That's Ray Fisher's friend.
Oh my! Wait, what? You came late. You're late.
They're like Han Soloing it.
You came. What?
Yeah, she's like, I changed my mind. I'm from the. You haven't seen me since the last movie, but if you remember, I said I wasn't gonna come. but I am gonna come. Speaking of, is it sexy? Sorry. Chips are exploding. I'm out of stuff, Tanner. I'm just like, he's staring. They're cheering. More blood hit the camera. I think Tanner might have gone to the bathroom.
I wish.
Oh,
I honestly
no.
thought. I honestly thought I would. I thought I would have left at one point, but honestly, oh, I guess they're kissing. I guess they're together now.
Yep. Sam and Private Doofus and all these newsies are having fun. They're gonna stop George Hurst. Detective Crashmore there. See, I couldn't tell if he was angry or happy. He just looks angry, I guess. I don't know if he's celebrating or not. Look, it's Deborah Bloodaxe and the entire Rebel fleet.
Oh man, that's some words. That is some words.
What was Dario's name? Now that he's dead, I'm gonna miss him because I never got to learn his name.
Mournful music plays.
Yeah, poor guy.
Poor guy. He died as he lived, being in the background.
She loved him.
When did she have the time to fall in love with him? They didn't like each other in the first movie, man.
No, he had like unrequited love for her.
Yes.
And she was kind of making eyes with Charlie Hunnam until he turned out to be crooked.
We're seeing a whole bunch of bodies burning, but nobody died but Dario.
Yeah. Even or did Vampire Hunter D Lady die?
No,
I'm not.
I don't think she died.
I don't see her though.
Well, the only way we'll know for sure is if we start this whole thing over again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Episode 4 will be Rebel Moon Part 2 again, because we really didn't give it a fair shake. I think if we paid more attention, we would have really liked it.
I think you would kill yourself if you had to watch this movie again.
I cannot imagine. I mean, I guess we're going to have to watch those R-rated extended versions just to see what the middle was, but... Oh, I mean, even if there's more gore, I cannot imagine this is going to be now an exciting fight. Oh, she's pissed. Oh, wait, she's pissed at herself. She's a liar.
I'm pretty sure they all know who you are. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not...
Yeah,
you literally scream, I was once one of them.
It's like when your friend comes out of the closet and you're like, yeah, we know, dude. Like, we've... Uh-oh, he knows her name. Yes.
Wow, you're just really,
The Scare Giver.
The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight.
Hey, my favorite Goosebumps book.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, don't you do that, movie. Don't you fucking dare. Don't do it.
Like the little girl princess, she's still alive?
Don't do it, David. They're about to do it. Buckle your freaking loins, man.
Yeah, she didn't shoot her. Or she shot her, but there's no way to kill her, so now they're gonna go look for
her. She is more than death, David.
So episode 3 is gonna be the search for the dead princess? who's not dead, even though that's the only motivator that she had, that Jimmy the Robot had.
Dude, don't even. Like, that movie hasn't even been filmed yet, right? This third movie that they're talking about? This is another...
We shot these two back to back.
Oh, God, even the freak... Wait. Dude, this is...
You wish to fight with us, robot?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna go fight for the princess.
Oh. No.
Yeah, no,
why do you know the princess is alive, but you don't know how to find her?
I don't know, man.
This is...
Also, like, her only motivation was guilt over killing the princess. Jimmy's only motivation was that he, lost the will to fight after she died. And now it's just like, oh, by the way, she's okay. We're gonna go find her. Is that the end of the movie?
That's the end of the movie. This is the real Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, because at least Pirates of the Caribbean, Jeffrey Rush comes down those stairs and everybody...
Would you have been any happier with it if the princess came down the steps and was like, now you fight for me?
Now, if Charlie Hunnam came down and said, so tell me, what's become of my ship? And then takes a bite of an apple, that would have been kind of...
Oh, man, that would have been so much better. Did the girl die, then? I don't remember seeing her die.
I don't think I did either. We were too busy talking about Deadliest Warrior that I missed the death scene of our favorite character.
Rebel Moon Part 2.
Oh,
Scargiver.
Man, I am shocked. I was 99.9% certain I was going to prefer it to the first one, because I was like, well, at least everybody's here.
But oh, there's no synopsis. Did she die?
I don't know.
I don't remember seeing her die.
Then did she run off with the little blonde boy?
And you think they would have showed her, like, oh, we're all sad, looking over her dead corpse.
She's probably alright, then.
But why did she just disappear from the ending, then?
We should have been paying attention.
Dude, I'm gonna scrub now through this movie to try and figure out where the last...
Yeah. We have to, like, we cannot be, We're bad commenters, because we're leaving the movie...
I am so confused. Like, I'm 37 minutes back, and I still don't see her. What was her last shot of this?
I'm looking it up. I'm trying to see, because it's on a Wikipedia.
Well, it's the internet, everybody always. Did she just leave the last 40 minutes of this movie? Okay. Did she... I guess she died! She had a whole death scene that I don't think we were paying attention to.
We were just busy yakking.
I'm back at the hour. I'm back at 1:19. I think she's dying. Yeah, she died.
Give me the timestamp. I gotta.
So it's 1:18. Go back to 1:17.
A long time ago.
1:17. Yeah, she died.
Oh, okay. You say it like a tearful goodbye to the kid. Okay. I know her arm got chopped off. I remember that. Okay, then she falls over and they mourn her.
I can't believe we just totally forgot.
To be fair, like they're not sad.
She's the only interesting part of the Seven Samurai besides Hippogriff Planet guy, but he's obviously not Hippogriff Planet guy anymore.
They took her out. I would have been more mad if I'd noticed in the moment that it happened, but I guess we were too busy
talking about Deadliest Warrior, whatever crap we were talking about. I honestly, guys, I mean, this commentary is technically over, but this is. I hope you stayed for this part because I
I feel
didn't.
like this commentary was over at 117 because we somehow missed that our favorite character had a death scene.
They
I mean, my favorite
totally,
character.
they totally ran in and like saw her and mourned her, and we didn't notice at all. That's
Nope, didn't even blink.
professionals. That's what we are.
We are. So I'm glad that we're making the world a more educated place with with these commentaries.
Absolutely. Now you know. The lady dies at the 117 mark. We have exact timestamps and everything.
We're gonna have to see how we do with Bar and Star. If we miss a character
No, I
death,
guarantee you.
we'll
I
probably have
guarantee
to,
you.
close up shop, man. I don't know.
Oh.
This might be.
What's your final letter grade on Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver?
I don't know. I feel like the fact that I missed a character death means I probably am in no position to judge it. But I didn't much like it. And I'm very shocked because I was like, okay, I'm not as in. I didn't like the first one very much either, but again, I was dead sure that at least getting the setup out of the way would make this
Would
one.
make this a little bit more breezy.
Yeah, but I was really struggling to like even find things to say about it because it's all set on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
It's them having a big blow up action scene on a farm in the second hour, and the first hour they just harvest grain and stand around. And then they fight the same bad guy again.
And kill him again too.
Yeah.
And we don't even see the Emperor dude being like, "Oh, now I've got to get involved."
Yeah, Karl Marx should have been like Thanos, doing it like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a C for me. I think I like the visuals a little bit more than you. I think I like the action scenes a little bit more, but that's not again, it is so boring and so, and like I think like I would have to go watch the first one again to know for certain, but it feels really contradictory in places to what was set up in
the continuity seems off, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm not willing to bet what little credibility I have on the internet because we watched that movie 2 months ago at this point, and I immediately purged it from my databanks. But
exactly.
I do not believe that half that setup was was in that movie.
It can't be.
Oh, but yeah, Barbie.
Yeah, no. Final thoughts. I mean, I'm glad we went through this because it was sort of fascinating to see what Zack Snyder came up with. But man,
well, in the lead up to this,
part two,
the lead up to this movie coming out has just been him spouting the wildest shit on social media interviews.
Yeah.
I really thought that the Lex Luthor and Tom Cruise thing would be what we'd spend most of this movie talking about.
Here's a question. If Zack Snyder's name was not on this movie, what would you even make of it?
Well, I'm always willing to back a sci-fi underdog because you and I like Jupiter Ascending, Jupiter Ascending is a better movie. Do not get me wrong, but a lot of people don't like Jupiter Ascending and don't give it, and would probably even say that it's worse than this movie. But if it wasn't a Zack Snyder movie and it was just like somebody just directing it, I will say I probably would rate it somewhat higher because I would probably give them the underdog vote. Because I do think sci-fi, we need more sci-fi stuff and more, well, quote unquote original sci-fi stuff, even though this is not very original. But I don't think I would ultimately say it was a good movie. Like, I still think it'd be a bad movie, but I'd probably be like, hey, if you want to support a sci-fi universe, then, go check it out.
I think if I didn't know this was a Zack Snyder movie, I would probably think of it as like, oh, this is like Netflix doing Stranger Things, but for like a Star Wars type movie.
That's not a bad, not a bad parallel.
Especially if they plan to do like 6 of these, it's almost like just a weird Netflix original series. I guess I would kind of look at it as
That that Millie Bobby Brown movie with her and the dragon, not a bad movie.
Oh, Damsel, yeah, I've been meaning to watch it.
A lot of people don't like it, but me and my partner thought it was it's not a bad movie.
You guys were on board. See, the director of that is the guy who directed 28 Weeks Later, which I'm a fan of. I think that's a very good sequel that has some very like intense scenes. So I'd be down to watch him make a dragon Millie Bob Brown movie.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think it would change. Ultimately, I don't think like you're not gonna get a higher. And the other weird thing about that thought process is this movie is such a Zack Snyder movie that it's hard to imagine. Like, if I saw this movie, I would be like, well, somebody's just trying to be Zack Snyder. Because it's so Zack Snyder-y. Like, if you change the director...
Like, it's got his bits. It's got his slow-mo.
Oh, yeah.
It's got his... the same thing, like, this is why, again, Snyder fans, I love you all. You're wonderful people. And great to be around. I always hear, oh, Zack Snyder, say what you will... but at least he's an amazing visual stylist, way more than any of the Marvel movies. But where I disagree is, I think at the end, all of his movies, their final battles are a lot of goop, a lot of CGI goop, and I don't think they look noticeably better than any Marvel movie.
I mean, didn't mind the action in this, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's like you said. I mean, it looks interesting, but then it very quickly becomes, what he always does, and that's just
he's got good designs, more or less. I mean, they're Warhammers, but
I mean,
faithfully to the big screen.
Yeah, I don't think that. But again, if that thought process. You'd probably get a whole different movie because again, it's so quintessentially Zack Snyder. If you take that element out, you're dealing with what is essentially a whole different movie.
For sure. And now, as a final thoughts, Tanner, like where would you rank this one on the Zack Snyder spectrum?
Oof. Army of the Dead, like you said, is probably his best movie, followed by Watchmen. And then, he wins by default because it's better than Batman v Superman. But literally, he can film a dog taking a crap, and I tell you, it's better than Batman v Superman.
Yeah, this one's kind of towards the bottom, but you are right. Batman v Superman does prevent it from hitting the bottom.
But I wouldn't I would absolutely like you go watch part 1 again before you could convince me to watch this one. It's kind of fascinating because it's kind of like Man of Steel versus Batman v Superman, where I would go watch Man of Steel and have even rewatched Man of Steel recently before I would watch Batman v Superman.
I'm not even that crazy about Man of Steel, but like that's definitely, that movie's in the upper tier like of his movies for sure. Like if I were ranking them, it would probably be Man of Steel, kind of under Dawn of the Dead and Watchmen.
Yeah,
I think.
No, and you know what? I wouldn't fight you on that. It's probably his second best movie. But yeah, no,
300 is a thing where like 300 I think is like a better movie, but I don't really.
Dude, I haven't seen 300 in like at least 15 years since I last saw 300.
I'd be very curious to check it out.
Didn't it get a sequel too that's like not him but much better?
Yeah, 300 Rise of an Empire, where you got at least, like, Ava Green is, like, a cool, like, slinking queen. Yeah. So that's at least kind of, something to enjoy.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be, I do think we'll probably do another one this month.
I think so. We gotta do it, because we're almost 1 for 1 per month, and I think I want to get us to be 4 for 4. for this year.
And I don't. I think this month
we
on
pledge
this
pledge
dour
power, not
note.
really.
Yeah, I think this month on this dour note is not the right way to leave our fans.
Saltburn next step for sure.
Barb and Star go to Saltburn, Del Mar.
Bar and Salt Bar. Salt Bar and Star.
Oh, David, was this the last time we talked to you? How's the movie thing going? Did you get your...
Good. Submitted it to more festivals. It's gonna hit YouTube someday, and when it does, boy howdy, you'll get to see it and have a good time.
Yeah,
as a thought.
Did you get any buzz back from the people who? Because you said last time some people watched it, right?
Yeah, I screened it for a couple of the crew and cast that were a part of it, and they were very into it. They were very excited and enjoyed it. So I'm happy that I got to let them participate in something they ended up, digging.
Any good movie recommendations to leave the people at home with?
A big recommend on Hundreds of Beavers. This black and white silent slapstick comedy. I don't know quite how to describe it. It's like The Revenant if it was a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Ooh.
I was blown away by that movie. Saw it yesterday. It's in theaters in select cities for just a little bit longer, but it is already to rent and buy and stream on your Apple and YouTube and Amazon. So check it out. Big recommend on that one. And we both watched and enjoyed Alex Garland's Civil War.
Yes, I was going to recommend either Civil War or Late Night with the Devil, which I know are two very mainstream choices, but Late Night with the Devil, especially if you are a found footage kind of person, it is probably the better found footage movie made in the last 5 years, give or take.
It's up there. I seconded. I adored Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, no, it's really good. And Shudder, it's on Shudder, which is one of the best places you can go to get horror.
Oh yeah. Well, don't tell them that until we've got Shudder giving us money.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shudder, if you've heard this, if you're one of the 15 people that watched our Rebel Moon Part 1 commentary, if you want...
I feel when this gets uploaded, those numbers are gonna quadruple.
Yeah, if you wanna throw me some money to promote Shudder to my 6 subscribers, I will.
We should just start. We should just say Multiversal Archivist commentaries sponsored by Shudder, and just hope
just start hoping that people will.
We'll give them free publicity until they start paying us.
Well, then next week we'll be sponsored by Netflix. We'll be sponsored by Netflix next.
I bet Netflix will love all the things we had to say about Rebel Moon.
Yeah, the way we absolutely advertised it.
Yep. We were paid off like those critics that give bad reviews to Marvel movies.
Yep.
No, it was the other way around. Disney was paying critics to give bad reviews to DC movies.
Oh yeah, the console wars.
It wasn't just that people don't enjoy the DCEU movies very much.
Dizbox versus Wony. Dizbox versus Wony.
Wony.
Yeah, Wony.
Maybe that was Dario's name, Wony.
Oh yeah, we never got his name. Hang on, well, that's what we're gonna finish on. What was Dario's Rebel Moon Part 2? Let's see if he was right. What'd you say it was? You said Daryl, right? Is that your final answer?
Oh, I know it. I have it here in front of me. You get 3 guesses, Tanner.
I already looked it up. So this isn't going to work.
He's Gunnar. He's Gunnar.
Yep, that is who he is. Is he actually Dario? Did we get that? Did you get that right?
Yes
he is.
Dario 2 and the bad guy is Dario 1.
Yeah. All right. Well,
yep.
We did it, guys. Gunnar, who
we
died.
Solved the mystery of Dario 2.
Who died in glorious battle.
R.I.P. Gunnar, R.I.P. Nemesis, the cool spider fighting lady. Yep. Who died and we didn't even realize.
All the horrible people that died in this battle will end on a moment of silence.
Yep, I'm glad Lady with the Furiosa makeup got to live to fight another day.
Yes,
She,
who is definitely not a scientist. Unless she was a scientist,
character,
in which case I'm going to
former
laugh.
scientist turned fighter.
Alright, we're ending on a moment of silence. We gotta pay our respects.
Oh yeah, moment of silence, and we're out.